Welcome to Strip Cover Lit. I am Adrian Fort.
And I'm Dalton Gentry.
And in our never-ending battle to make this channel better and better, we've been doing some market research, and we realized that a very popular type of video is known as a book haul.
And this is your book haul for the week, because most booktubers are singular people. So I'm just going to sit here and nod and smile and tell you how great your selections are.
That's not how this is going to go, is it?
It's probably not how this is going to go, but let's pretend it will.
All right. First, about Drowned by Junot Diaz. A big fan of Diaz's short stories. I have not ventured into anything else written by him. This is actually his debut novel, so there was not the opportunity for me to venture into anything else written by him. But if you've never read Diaz, it's almost as if his writing is more raw than Pollinick and more personal than Bret, Easton, Ellis. So he's in that same vein, but more genuine than either, I think.
I haven't read any Diaz at all, actually. You introduced him to me not long ago because I believe we're wanting to do a Writers Readers on Drowned.
Right.
This is something that you came across in grad school when you left me and moved to St. Louis. Yes. So, I mean, I'm excited about it. I'm all about it. We'll see what comes of it.
Also, I picked up the Barnes & Noble edition of Hamlet, edited by Jeff Dolvin, apparently, who is the assistant professor of English at Princeton University, where he teaches Renaissance literature. There's 434 pages of stuff here. There's the play, there's some stuff on understanding Shakespeare, the chronology, there's the whole play on one side, and what do they call that? You're the play guy. What do they do over here?
Thank you. This is the first time I've actually looked at this.
The authority.
It looks just like it's defining some of the terms that might be...
Well, yeah, like in the margins of things, I just didn't know if there was a specific name for it.
No, I mean, this isn't something you'd usually see in a script. It's just, I guess, because it's so dated.
No, not in the script, but you're the play guy. I mean, I figured maybe you're the theater guy.
Yes.
You've spent more time with Shakespeare maybe than I have.
Unfortunately, yes.
Okay.
But it's usually something you'd see more in like a sold piece like this, not just, picking it up because we're going to be performing Hamlet. And if you haven't seen a good performance of Hamlet, David Tennant on YouTube, I believe you can find it. Absolutely wonderful. The best Hamlet I've ever seen.
Look how excited he is.
I love David Tennant because I love Doctor Who, something which you are completely unfamiliar with. What's your next book?
Doctor what?
Doctor Who.
Doctor what?
You monster. Read your next book.
Doctor where?
I hate you so much. We should film Doctor Whom.
I like it.
You're welcome.
It'll be a skit.
We should.
The Best American Short Stories of 2015, collected by T.C. Boyle. I'm a big T.C. Boyle fan, so I am trusting in him to lead us down the correct path with the Best American Short Stories for 2015. Have
you read any T.C. Boyles? I know he was one of your suggestions on short story authors you should read, as you can click the link above. Hey, I'm all about it.
Have you read any of the Best American compilations?
I don't believe that I have. I mean, I've been so entranced in going to the library lately because I'm poor.
Right.
And libraries are an absolutely wonderful resource that I don't purchase a lot of books
anymore. And if there
anymore.
are any libraries who would like to sponsor us, let us know. But you were saying, I'm sorry.
That's it. I am not familiar with the compilation here.
I think that it's a good practice to keep in, as both a writer and a reader, to keep up with things like this.
Fair enough.
Because they're current, right? And they're the big ones from this year. Mm-hmm. Also, it's interesting to see the differences that an editor makes to a series. There are not titanic shifts in the balance of in the world of literature in the time of a year or two, but the things that, for example, let's see here. T.C. Boyle has chosen in 2015 versus what Jennifer Egan chose in 2014. Or listen to this, 2006 Anne Patchett, 2007 Stephen King, 2008 Salman Rushdie. I bet those are very different collections.
Hey, just between us two, if we're going to say pick your best American short stories, we're going to have completely different lists.
Yeah, you're going to have an awful one.
I hate you so much.
American Psycho by Bret Easton Ellis. I have read this. I loaned this out in a book trade while in grad school to a woman in my class, and I gave her American Psycho. She gave me Damned by Polnick. It was not a fair trade. I never got my book back. I'm a big Polnick fan, but Damned was not on the level that American Psycho is. Anything to add on American Psycho?
Never seen it, never read it. We've gone over this before. Just move on.
I judge you every time.
I know.
I just want you to know.
I'm excited about this choice. This is different.
There is also, I got these next 4 books from Steele's Used Books at 214 East 18th Street, North Kansas City, Missouri. It's a used bookstore. It has a very eclectic feel. You walk in and there's books everywhere. Everywhere. So I got lost for a little while, and I ended up with How to Meditate by Lawrence Lesean. This book was apparently written, that looks like the 70s. After having read Waking Up by Sam Harris, I've been eager to jump into the meditation field, meditation practice, meditation-ing. I don't know how to refer to it. Sam Harris, if you'd like to comment on this video and let me know. But this looks to be a step-by-step walk through what that is.
A guide to hokum. Hokum, absolutely. It's nonsense. It's
Okay.
metaphysical. I'm not about it. I mean, great for you. You meditate all you want. I'll take a nap.
Okay, I'll give you Waking Up by Sam Harris, and we'll see where you
We'll see
stand.
what happens. All right.
Bertrand Russell, Why I Am Not a Christian. I have heard a lot about this. Christopher Hitchens used to quote from this endlessly. I have never read it, so I figured I would pick it up for a few bucks and give it a go.
There you go. Hey, that's just the wonder of the used bookstore, and it's great that you found a new local one. I'm really excited to go there and check it out. And maybe it's just us, or maybe it's all readers, but I love used bookstores. If I see one, we're stopping. And I'm going to spend an hour looking at the same shelf because I'm going to find a good deal in there every time.
Yeah, I think it's all readers. I don't think
It's
that's going to be
wonderful.
Yeah. Let us know your favorite used bookstore. On the Nature of the Psyche by C.G. Jung. If you have never journeyed down the path of Carl Gustav Jung, it is necessary, both as a reader and a writer, because it's just interesting, wild, weird, off-the-wall stuff. He was a student of Freud and eventually said, you know what, I think you're full of hokum.
Hokum, thank you.
I will go on my own way.
Freud was full of hokum and cocaine. It's all right. It's
right,
fine.
right. And I can't get enough Jung. So if I find a book on Jung, I have to pick it up.
I think that goes into the research aspect of things. As a good reader, and definitely as a good writer, you need to read into some heavy psychology. I mean, this is good. This is character identification. This is motive. I'm all about it. I'm excited for it.
Also, if you've never heard of the Red Book, you ever heard of the Red Book?
I haven't heard of the Red Book.
If you've never heard of the Red Book, you need to Google it. You need to YouTube it. Basically, what happened was Jung felt a depression coming on. And he said, well, you know, maybe depression is just one of the seasons of our lives, right? Maybe we just need to take it and go. So he felt the depression coming on, retreated to his cabin, and was there for I don't know how long. But when he came out, he had this book, a red book, a big book, full of drawings and scribblings and writings that is just
interesting,
wild stuff that he went with his depression and came out with. And it is one of my goals as a reader. One of the big kahunas, right, is to have one of those big expensive editions of the Red Book.
There you go. And I think it speaks worlds about you as a person that you're so fascinated with this person who said, I'm feeling a depression, I'm going to isolate myself from society, go out into my cabin and be a hermit, and then come back with a masterpiece.
Why does that?
It's you.
Why do you feel like that's me?
You don't have internet. I mean, you are the quintessential anti-modern man.
That's not fair.
Yes, it is.
That's not fair. I own an axe.
You own an axe, exactly.
Point.
You own an axe and you live in Kansas City.
Point. Shakespeare, The Invention of the Human by Harold Bloom. Harold Bloom is, if you cannot tell from this, the quintessential critic. And I've got a few books by Bloom. I have his poetry somewhere that I have tried endlessly to get through. The man knows everything. And this is a book he wrote on Shakespeare, 800 pages long-ish.
I just
745.
I assumed it was abridged.
Yeah, it is a bridge.
Yeah.
If nothing else, you could build houses with these things. And the man is just genius. So I'm excited to see what he has to say about how Shakespeare invented the human.
I got nothing else to say. I mean, I think it's a good list. It's a good haul.
Book haul.
I'd really like to. I'm really excited about Drown more than anything. But I think the Great American Short Story Collection is a really interesting concept. That compilation where you get to see what other authors think of. What's the best? What should you be reading?
Right, and I'll make my way through that over the next few weeks, just one story at a time. I'm surprised you don't have more ways to make fun of me.
Well, I could. I mean, we could go back to the fact that you don't have internet, yet you film a YouTube web series. I mean, it's absolutely amazing how you exist as a person.
I am the owner, okay, of Strip Cover Lit. I own you.
Technically, yes, because
don't make me fire you.
Ill-researched tax information. I think that's the correct term because we didn't know how to label ourselves. But you walked to the library to use Twitter.
That's not fair.
That's the most ridiculous concept I've ever heard.
That is not fair. I do not walk to the library to use... First off, I don't walk.
You drive.
I drive to the library to use Twitter. Second off, I drive to the library to use Twitter because I have Twitter on my phone, but it is my Twitter. It is not the Strip Cover Lit Twitter.
You know you can link them both, right? You just got to push a button. That's how Twitter works.
What? What?
My sweet summer child, let me educate you in the ways. We'll get there. Let's work on the fact that you need internet first. And
No. I can have two Twitters on one phone?
You can have two Twitters on one phone.
How do you do that?
You just set up multiple accounts. You have a Twitter account. We have Strip Cover, at Strip Cover. Usually I'm taking care of it, except the one day, which now it makes sense, you're at the library where you do a bunch of Twitter work.
No, you don't have to go into this. What about Facebook? Can I have two Facebooks?
I guess you could if you felt the need.
So I could have the Strip Cover Facebook?
Well, we have a Strip Cover page. We don't have a separate Facebook account.
How does that work?
Well, we have a page that people can like, Strip Cover Lit at Facebook. And people can go check it out, and either of us have full control of it. This is the thing. This is what I do in my spare time.
I was going to the library for that as well.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Don't hate me. So, what books have you bought recently? Don't make fun of me.
What do you think of Adrian's book haul here, and why is my book haul going to be better?
Hit subscribe.
Follow us at Twitter, at Strip Cover.
Facebook, at Strip Cover Lit. Let Dalton know how abominable he is for making fun of a man who doesn't know how internet works.
You walk to the library to use Twitter.
That's not fair.
Oh, okay. I got to go make a call at the payphone 3 miles away. Excuse me.
It's that way.
Is it that way?
So.